Welcome back, everyone. It's Stray Faye with another episode of Cafe Enchante. It's last chapter was pretty long, but yeah. So we got to know our boys, our trespassers. We finally got to know their names. We know that they are powerful beings from another world. However, they seem nice. And also a government agency is after us. But at least the chief is also nice. Even if he doesn't quite have control of his subordinates. Alright, now we're moving on to chapter 2. It's probably going to be another long one, so hopefully I got enough water and a buckle in, and yeah, let's do this. Alright, it's been 2 weeks since I came to Enchante, and since the fight with the GPM, I already told my parents that I'd be taking over the cafe now that Grandpa had passed. My parents talked to me about taking over, considering I knew nothing about it. But after a long discussion, they finally gave me their blessing to move forward. It'll be a learning experience. Got some learning curves. Gotta learn how to cook and brew and learn business. But she's young, we can learn. Closet, check. Bookshelf, check. Oh yeah, I think that just about does it. Is this a room? A little cozy. Little cozy little room. Doesn't have too many belongings. This is going to be my new room now. As the new owner of the cafe, I'm gonna start living here too. Oh, that'll be good. You don't have to commute. Moving to the city was a big change for me. Now, I've moved back to this town where I spent a lot of my childhood. Although, that was over 15 years ago, so it's like moving to a completely new town. Alright, I'm all moved in. No turning back now, huh? Okay, it's time to get started. The third floor of Enchante. This room used to be Grandpa's. Now it's been a little girlified. Although, I'm just kind of trying to look at the pictures. The clock looks old. North Almond Alley Tavern. That's just like some random knickknacks here and there. I brought my things up here and made it my own. I'm lucky I didn't have to find a new place in an area I'm so unfamiliar with. However, I felt a little guilty clearing out some of the things that belonged to Grandpa. I know, that's hard. When one of your relatives passes away, like, what should I get rid of? And like, what should you keep as like mementos? I can't feel bad if I pass away. I have so much stuff. Rip the person who has to clean my stuff. This is a little sad, but it's going to be okay. Life's about changes. I'm sure the last thing Grandpa would have wanted was for his room to remain dusty and unused. Oh, the phone. My phone rings, interrupting my thoughts. I look at the name displayed on it. It was my old job. Uh-oh. Should I even answer it? Or not? Did you, like, formally quit? Or did you just, like, ghost him? Well, wondering what to do. I was thinking of quitting, and was already training people I knew could take my place. Once I decided to take over the cafe, I sent in a letter of resignation. I talked to everyone in charge already, so I shouldn't have to deal with this anymore. Oh no, they like you're gone. That's like such a bad situation when they're like trying to guilt you to come back. It's like, that's your problem now, dude. Still. They call so much that I'll have to talk to them eventually or they won't stop. They forget something? Do you have like a file that they need? I mean, I know that, but this side didn't reflect what I hoped my new life would feel like at all. That's bad. If your work number gives you anxiety, that's bad. Today, I start my journey as a resident of Cafe Enchante. My name is Kotone Awaki. Thank you again for having me. Are we reintroducing ourselves, everyone? Thank you for being here, our cute owner. Now Enchante is safe. That's a safe assumption to make, yes? Oh, I gotta get my voice modulator.
Yes, I am certain that it is. Lord Zuan would be delighted with this.
Busier, Il, and Canis. The three greet me with smiling faces. Where's Ignis? Is he being a butt? Oh, what are you doing here? But you're living here. I can't say I support this idea. There's no point in arguing about it, though. Here, this is for you. A celebratory bouquet for a celebratory occasion. The least I can do is help decorate the place. Even Mr. Rindo from the GPM went out of his way to come by the cafe on the day I moved in. Hi. It's kind of awkward considering that your subordinate's pointing guns at us, but here, have some coffee. I thank him as I take the bouquet of roses. Wow, thank you. I'll be sure to put them somewhere nice. Oh, a bouquet of roses, huh? And what gifts did you bring the rest of us? Ha 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 ha. Could I interest you in some pudding? Yes, you can go buy some your damn self. They have a good relationship. Canis?
What is it?
I've noticed this before, but Busier and Mr. Rindo don't get along, huh?
How do I put it? They quarrel often since they're so similar. Sometimes they even work well together. However, I am positive that they would not want to hear that. I do believe they make a good pair.
I see. I guess these kinds of exchanges can happen between grown men? It's like frenemies? Yeah, you can just kind of talk smack to like some good friends. Well, whatever the case, I was relieved that they weren't sworn enemies. However... Hi, how you doing? You've been very quiet, Ignis. In this friendly atmosphere, someone was ruminating with an aura of discomfort. Ignis? Glaring at me makes me uncomfortable. Glares intensify. Well, that backfired. Like when you tell someone who's like already pissed off to calm down, it does not help him calm down. I hold up the bouquet as a shield against his increasingly intense gaze. Come on, Ignis. She's starting a new life here. You don't have to be so grumpy.
Could it be? You still do not believe she is capable of taking over the cafe?
No. If she means it, that's fine. I'm thankful she's taken over Enchante. But still, she thinks she can just replace Swan. She's dead wrong. He's 1,000 times the man you think he is. I mean, he's not around anymore. Grandpa is? I know that Swan was special to all of us, but do you really think putting on this pressure on her is like that is the right move?
Indeed. Even I understand that his spirited nature has no true equal among us.
Swan, his spirit was tougher than steel. If spirits are metals, his was a diamond. Mr. Rindo must have tender memories of his own. With a strained smile, he turns to Ignis. So come on. Everything she's doing here is completely acceptable and fine. I can't replace Grandpa, but Kotone is her own entity here. She's decided to have faith in all of you, and accept you for who you are. You don't find altruism like that every day. That was when Il began to speak, and he was nodding to everything said so far. And in any case, Ignis, what is it that you hope to accomplish? You do not wish for Enchante to go fail, yet you do not accept her as a new owner. Do these not contradict each other? That's not what I mean, you stupid angel! I jump in as he glares at Il. It's okay. Ignis is right too anyway. For now, I just want to keep getting to know everyone and to earn your trust. Yes, it's important we get each other. Get each other? Mutual understanding refers to understanding the character and will of another. This is certainly something that the heroine should never forget when dealing with non-human customers going forward. Did that really need a dictionary term? Oh, we got one. And of course, you all know that I've never been the owner of a cafe before. It's natural to think I'm not capable. But you have made preparations in order to resolve this deficiency, have you not? I nod to Il's question. I've been researching online and reading about it. I've also reached out to a mentor from back home who knows about these things. Okay, you got friends, you got resources. You gotta get your business license, your cooking. There's like a food license, I think, so you can sell food. I placed my to-do list on the table so that everyone could see.
You have some work ahead of you.
Food handling and food business permits. These take a while to process, don't they? Yeah, I gotta get like a permit for both of those. So it might be easier if you start a business that you don't have to handle food. Food hygiene management. A qualification required to operate a food service business. This has to do with control of hygiene and sanitation. That's no joke. You don't want to get people sick. Food business permit. The operating permit for a cafe. In the case of coffee shops, there are two main types. A restaurant business permit to serve any range of food and drink, and a cafe business permit for serving only light meals. Oh, okay. There's like a degree of permit. Yes, at least a few months. Oh, you won't be able to even operate for that long. Guess it was kind of sudden. Yeah, taking over and opening up right away. The universe wasn't gonna make this easy. How are you gonna survive? Like, you have like the business, you quit your job, but like you're not getting any income from this yet. And as the list implies, there is work to be done for the person responsible for the fate of the cafe.
In the meantime, you must clean and renovate. You'll be able to help as well. For task reporting strength, allow me.
Thank you. Alright, Canis, I'll rely on your muscle. Seem determined. I know what he's offering was very kind, but what I was seeing right now was too odd. Canis usually doesn't wear his helmet if he isn't outside. Yeah, it's just fire. Just little flamey bits. Yeah, in his currently headless form. I only noticed it recently, but the color of the flame coming out of his neck seems to express himself in his feelings. Yeah, that's what he noticed too. Neck fire color, light that leaks from Canis' neck. The color seems to change with his emotions. What color reflects his emotions are unknown. I guess we'll just have to kind of guess. The flames would flicker and change color. The strange colors are fine for a non-human. As I stood there observing him intently, Monsieur, or Miser, gently began to speak. That's right, there's something I wanted to ask. Do you know how to pour coffee? My body tensed up immediately. Imagining how everyone might react now, I decided to just answer honestly. Well, if it's like a regular drip coffee from a shop. Yeah, I learned how to make coffee, just drip coffee, not that long ago. I wasn't a big coffee drinker, but my boyfriend liked coffee. I just kind of learned how to use the pot. But yeah, not very fancy. Not as fancy as my sister and my mom, who have like espresso makers and like do all the foam. Yeah, I can't do that. Kotone, we're in the same boat. Uh-huh. I basically wouldn't know where to start. I've tried to learn though. I see. So you being the owner is essentially meaningless then, correct? Wow. Of course you'd be this useless. Phil's comment that intended no offense and Ignis's criticism both stabbed into me. She has a few months to learn, okay? Be nice. I'm gonna start learning. I believe in myself and I know I can do it. Don't worry. No need to act tough. Relax. I mean, it's not like any other people aside from us come here much in the first place. What? Well, I mentioned it briefly before, but we have a barrier that keeps people away. Enchante barrier refers to the barrier that keeps people away from Enchante. It affects human perception, causing them to naturally ignore the shop. However, it is possible to enter when certain conditions are fulfilled. How is she gonna make money if, like, most people are turned away? That aside, it's not a physical barrier, but one that acts on people at a subconscious level. So there are people who could actually enter if they meet certain requirements. Like what? When that does happen, and we have others here, it'd be useful for you to have these permits as well as some barista knowledge. But what are those requirements? Well, I can explain that some other time. For now, you, Shoan, and those GPM agents were all able to visit the cafe, right? Come to think of it, I was able to head straight to the cafe. So were those people from the GPM. Do you have to, like, already know of its existence, or what? Huh. But if that's really the case, how does Enchante make any money?
Our usual orders account for most of it.
Yeah, and there's also the money coming in from the rent we pay from the rooms. Okay, I guess that's true. Grandpa was like a landlord. Got some money from that. I wondered if that was okay, considering it was an unusual business model for a cafe. I feel like more of like a dorm mom. It's like you're just cooking for people who are like living there. You're congratulations, Kotone. You've officially became dorm mom. But if you were all the cafe's only source of income, it would just be in the red. Do you propose to raise rent? This is about what it amounted to before. What? Wait. What? What is this? Shiny rock? Oh no, are you paying in like valuable gems or something? I guess they wouldn't really have a concept of money if they're from like other worlds. It is a fragment of gold brought down from the heavens for rent and food. It must be worth 500,000 yen, I believe. Should we be... How? What? Where are we gonna sell this? How do we convert this? Gold? 5? Huh? Kotone? Are you okay? You're sweating. I can't stand the pressure of having such valuable objects in my hand right now. Why were you using this to pay for the rent? We've always paid using physical commodities. Swan would often yell, "The market's hot!" Grandpa! Well, I guess his grandpa did not have any problems with that. But that would be a little hard to do. So, like, I don't know. If someone would pay you in, like, goods, where would you, like, sell that without it being, like, super suspicious? I was yelling on the inside in protest of my late grandfather's recklessness. It seemed Miser was the only one who came every day to drink coffee, and he mentioned that it was a pain to pay each time. Just put it on his tab. It sounded like money was kept in Enchante's vault for 30 years, in which money for food and daily expenses were also taken out. Although, it worried me to think about how poorly those amounts have been decided. It's just like, whatever. Just give me just a little bit of gold from heaven. That's fine. Good for 30 years. Let's make a menu and decide on prices then. I'll look up market rent prices too. What are you talking about? Who cares if customers overpay? Enchante sales. Aside from busier, non-human regular customers bring items from the worlds that won't affect the human world as payment. Okay, so like no magical items, but I guess like gold is fine. GPM exchanges them for money that can be used for sales, rent, and other things. The GPM exchanges it. Was Grandpa in like cahoots with the GPM? I care. Don't belittle me or the way I look at money. I had to live on a budget of 100,000 yen. That's... Assuming 100 yen is like $1, which is probably like way different now. That's $1,000. Is that a month? Oof. You must have had it rough, Kotone. I got a little nervous when I realized how we seem to value things a bit differently. A short while later, probably tired from the move as well, I decided to go back to my room and rest. But honestly, I was more tired from all the conversations that I've been having here since day one. Demons, knights, fallen angels, beasts. Taking over a cafe for people like that. Kept repeating the words, but they were unable to fully make sense to me. But the fact that I was here, sitting on this bed and having to think about them was reality. One of them aside, they all appear to be normal at first glance. They can hold conversations just fine, but in the end it's all for show. They're entirely different from humans. They're freaks in human clothing, beyond the reaches of what is considered normal. Monsters, creatures, evil spirits. That's not nice. There's also Mr. Rindo's warning. Living among these people probably won't make his words so black and white to me, though. Still. Yeah, I'll do my best. For the sake of a place so important to Grandpa, everyone here, and to me, I'll keep Enchante alive. And so, the curtain rises to my new and very abnormal way of life. We're doing it. We're getting everything we need for the cafe. The day after my first night in my new room, the bed didn't feel bad, and I was able to wake up feeling so very relaxed. That said, I can't just hang around here in this feeling forever. Alright. Changed my clothes and I'm ready to go. I tap my hands to my cheeks to get myself ready for the start of my new life. Although it might take some time, my first task will be to get those certifications and permits taken care of. I want to download all the necessary documents from all the involved departments via the city's website. However...
Kotone, you seem a bit frustrated. What is troubling you?
Heinous calls to me as I kept up my staring contest with the laptop I brought with me. Feels like I've been doing this forever. Well, it's not that much of a problem, but I just realized my laptop isn't connecting to the internet. Oh yeah, I gotta start from there. Heinous, is there a wireless signal here, or you connect through a cable, I'm guessing? Oh, wait. He's going through so many emotions right now, what's wrong? Heinous shifted his expression? He appeared to be confused. Does he know what internet is? Hey, no use asking Canis stuff about technology. He breaks stuff, he doesn't fix it. Oh. What? Really? Breaking stuff by hitting it? Is he a bit of like a meathead, or he's just not good with tech?
No! It's not something so rudimentary as applying too much force on an object. For some curious reason, devices seem to go out of commission though when I touch them. Huh.
I guess you could call that a gift? Is there like some supernatural, like, interference or something? Considering that, I don't know, your insides seem to be fire. I guess I can't really blame him for that. He's a walking EMP. Canis looked sorry as his shoulders fell. I suspected that he must have broken some things when Grandpa was running the place. Just then, Miser, who was drinking a cup of coffee, put down the cup and smiled. If you're wondering about our internet, you'll get your answer much more quickly if you ask our resident specialist. Huh? Think back, the day you first met us. There was one particular non-human who was using a modern device of this world as if he used it daily, wasn't there? Heeding Miser's advice, I dig out the memory of that intense meeting. Oh, right. It had a smartphone. For some reason. Oh, did the release date change? I was so looking forward to counting down for this. What are you doing? I was notified about a release date change. I am checking the site to confirm. I do not get signal in the heavenly world. Oh, but they are adding a new character. I never would have thought that character would get their own route. Ah, you mean ill. But wait, he's an angel. Or a fallen angel, isn't he? To me, that would mean a servant of heaven. Those deified beings you see in paintings. As hard as I try, I can't picture someone like that messing with the computer. I can't even picture it. But that's the truth.
Yes, you will understand if you ask him. However, where is Il?
I haven't seen him this morning. Maybe he's in his room.
Which must mean his illness.
Huh? Angels can get sick? Wait, is he okay? No. When we say illness, it's not what you're thinking. It says Miser begins to laugh. That asshole! He holed up in his room again. Ignis runs up the stairs, practically flying above the steps. Not a few seconds later, what could be heard next was... Open up! Get out of there, you lazy angel! The sound of Ignis shouting, banging a door. The ruckus went on for a while, but was eventually stilled. Not quite understanding the situation, I looked towards Miser and Canis.
This is just daily life. Or something like that. Those two know how to cause a commotion.
Yeah, this is probably a good opportunity for you, Kotone. Come on, let's go see! What are we gonna see? Is this the second floor? Enchante's first floor is a cafe, and its second and third floors are living quarters. You have 3 stories? Wow! Within those, my room was a single room that was once Grandpa's in the corner of the 3rd floor. And the rooms on the 2nd floor were being rented out by the regulars aside from Miser. So, that's Il's room? What's with that face? Yep. Look, doesn't the holy light seeping out of the room make you feel all grateful inside? I'm not sure about the grateful part, but there's definitely a lot of light coming from inside that room. One of the other rooms that lined the hall appeared to have its door wide open, likely from Ignis kicking it in. From inside came a light so dazzling I could practically hear it glimmering, and what looked like an angel's wing.
Allow me to say, we mean you no harm.
Why does that make me feel more uneasy? Don't worry, you'll understand when you look inside. No use just standing there, right? Urged forward, I peeked into the room with Miser and Canis. There I saw... Oh god, he has a switch. I see those Joy-Cons. I never knew love could be so beautiful. It's Ignis. Why is Ignis on the floor? Dazzling godly light, wings spread out. Ill seemed to be in a state of bliss. You would be convinced he was an angel from this blinding, glimmering form. However... Oh, how are Otome games is wonderful. Otome games? His comment along with the game console in his hand completely reframes my healthy idea of him as something much more earthly. That way he's a fallen angel? Are Otome games to blame?
Ill likes games. With any free time, he goes to his room. I mentioned his illness. This is it.
That's not nice, calling it an illness. He just likes video games. Though Ignis may seem self-righteous, he is earnestly trying to help Ill. Ill just prefers the Endoras. Ignis does not. They're opposites. We see the scuffle here all the time. It looks like Ignis is on the floor, lying there unconscious. Is a little scuffle really all this is? Beneath Ill, wrapped up in his own world, was Ignis, unconscious. And then, Ill must have noticed us peeking into the room because he called to us. Oh, whatever are you all doing? Well, you know, Ill, since you're so good with computers, she was hoping you could help her.
It seems to be about Enchante's operations. We would be grateful if you could help her.
I see. Understood. I shall save whenever a good chance arrives. Could you please wait about 10 minutes? Gotta get to a save point. Yes, you are very welcome. I believe this will be everything you need. Thank you! After waiting at the bottom of the stairs, Ill arrived and without pausing, begins using my computer. He finished instantly. He even used the printer that was put away in the storehouse to print manuals I might need, on top of the documents I asked for. Wow, so reliable. The internet settings are straightforward, but just in case, I've made note of them on these documents here. The printer can be used now, so all that is left would be... Just in case, I believe we should make sure someone's old computer has the latest update. His hands to his chin, a parade of modern-day words spill out from Ill. Maybe angels are completely different beings from what I originally imagined. Will that be all you require for now? If there's nothing else you need, I shall return to my room. Oh, what? No, I'm fine. Really are a lifesaver. Thank you. I'm so glad I could be of help. Goodbye. Ill smiles, and then I watch him walk away. I let out a sigh, feeling both impressed and somewhat bewildered. Haha, he's interesting, isn't he? That Ill. I guess so. I never knew angels could be like that. Guess even angels can play video games. Yeah, I suppose so. You must have had a more holy image in your mind, right? Runda's first reaction practically screamed, "This is an angel?" At us all. I feel like I can relate to that. I looked around his room when he went in earlier. Not deviating from his interest in games, his room was adorned with so many things. Ill's room. Why don't you go hang out there? It'd be a good way to strengthen your relationship. What? Did it look like it wanted to go? I was interested in taking a closer look at what his room was like. Hey, miser? Yes, what is it, my young lady? You're not reading my thoughts with some magic-y powers, aren't you? Well, think I'll go take a look at how Ignis is doing up on that floor. What? Well, wait! It's really concerning if you don't deny my question, you know? Why? You just didn't deny it. Though I've Though I felt this was quite disturbing, I decided to take it as a joke. Anyway, I am curious about Ill's room. Thinking I should go thank him for his help, I take a few little snacks with me and head upstairs once again. Although these are just the snacks and drinks left over from what we got from the convenience store. I knock the door lightly and wait for an answer, but... Huh. There's no answer. I knocked again, however... There's no answer. No, maybe he has his headphones on? Probably. He gaming. Don't bother him, woman. Now that I mention it, he was wearing headphones when I entered the room earlier. It would make sense that he wouldn't hear me knocking. I thought about turning around, but my curiosity won over my reluctance. Well, I hope you're not naked. I'm coming in. Hello, can I come in? I call out with trepidation and peek into the room and... Wait, wow! There's so much merchandise in here. Oh god, he has pillows. He has a body pillow! Why are they all dudes? What was before me as a scene you would never picture a mysterious fallen angel to be a part of, let alone living in. Like, he has a weird bed. He has a hammock. I guess he likes sleeping high? At least he doesn't have like a perch. Just be like a chicken roasting. He has like a shrine of buttons, games. A computer on a coffee table. I feel like that would be uncomfortable to use. Like, this is not a very high table. A giant LCD TV, perfect for watching movies. Mountains of games piled all over the room. Posters, figures, and charms of beautiful male and female characters everywhere. Some people would find this place sacred. What I saw forced a thought to mind. The video game loving angel. Not a phrase that really hits home, but I have to accept it after being shown the reality in front of me. Oh, is something the matter, Kotone? We seem to be seeing each other often today. He looks up, as if turning to see me just as I opened the door. He was different from his full-on angel form, and was now sitting quietly with his wings put away, enjoying a game. Oh, I'm sorry if I bothered you. There's nothing in particular I need. Ill rises, removing his headphones. Oh no, you are no bother. I was just looking through previous event scenes. But you have come without any reason. I do not understand. Have you come here unconsciously? Unconsciously? It's not like I'm possessed by a ghost. Thinking back to the tea party too. Maybe Ill is the type of person who takes everything very literally. That's not what I mean, okay? I heard you like games, so I was curious about what kinds of things were in your room. Meiser also suggested I come so that we could get to know you a little better. I explained myself as I placed the drinks and snacks on a shelf nearby. I see. So you wish to see my room to gain a better understanding of me, as discussed yesterday. I have no issue with that. Please look around to your heart's content. Satisfied with my reasoning, I moved towards the middle of the room with Ill's offer. You have so many games and the goods are cute. Whoops. Why do I keep doing that? I keep pulling up the log. Maybe I'll just use the D-pad for choices instead of the joystick. I don't think it matters which one I pick. I'm kind of interested in Canis, so I'll focus on those choices for Canis. The goods are cute. The goods are cute. Oh, are all these things in your room so cute? I was honestly taken in by them. Even the characters looking the same at a glance seem to change completely just by changing some of their colors. It's just like all protagonist syndrome where they all look the same. Seemed like a lot of work, but I imagine it could be worth it to gather so many. But wait a second. They look lined up neatly, but looking closer, I could see gaps in one of the lines of characters. Ill, what's this? Oh, that's a bit of a secret. A secret? I get a simple explanation from Ill. With randomly distributed items, it is common that people will not get the rare characters. I am usually a fan of the box, but I just seem to be so unlucky that I cannot seem to get all the characters in one attempt. Oh. Box pusher. A person who won't choose a specific idol in a group of or characters in a game they prefer, instead pushing, in other words, liking and supporting the whole box. Ill, including the heroine, is a box pusher for everyone. Huh. Kind of a weird term. I just assumed it was like, you know, it's like gacha boxes where it's like, you can get one of these 5 figures, and it's like, you don't know what figure you got until you open the box. And yeah, if you want to collect them all, you most likely are gonna get doubles. I am sure my love was not enough somehow. It is as if there was a hole in my heart, filled with only emptiness and sadness. I think it was just random. It's just randomness inside the box. I didn't know what he meant by fan of the box, but he seemed so sad. I looked around the room again, but the only comment I could muster was, "You really do like games, huh, Elle?" You could call them games, but really the only games I play are otome games. I do indeed enjoy them, however. Otome game. Games were articulately aimed at women in the romance adventure game genre. Alright, he doesn't he doesn't branch out, but he likes what he likes. I like otome games too. Story is guided by choices and routes taken, hardships and obstacles that the man and woman together must face and overcome. Why are you biting your lip? I just noticed his face. That face of bliss. The endless loves waiting at the end. Feeling that is my greatest joy. Love, huh? Though liking games is a far departure from the normal idea of an angel someone might have. You actually might see something like an angel interested in things about love, like the Cupid from fairy tales and myths. I guess in that sense, he's still just an angel. But I was curious about something. In otome games, the protagonist is a girl and she falls in love with guys, right? You're a guy, so wouldn't things make more sense if you played games where you fall in love as a guy? This is just a coincidence. The way I first learned about love was from otome games. It is not as if I have never played dating games designed for men either. However, I find that these suit me better. Oh, did you really learn about love from otome games? Oh, I wonder how his route's gonna be. He's like gonna have to figure out what like actual love is. I see. I guess that's how it works then. I guess that does sound very human, to have your own likes and sensibilities. I don't know, sometimes one genre just does it better than the other. I don't know, I can't really think of like a good otome game here that's been released here that's like not too just harem-y or like just fan service-y. But I do like the ones that are geared towards girls. Or the opposite, rather. Like, a man dating... What were they called? They're not otome games, but yeah, the ones were... Definitely not shonen. When I think of shonen, I think of, like, Naruto. But yeah, the one where you're a dude dating girls, they just seem very, like, fan service-y. Anyway. So what do you think, Kotone? What are your thoughts on seeing my room? Did it help you in your understanding of me? Honestly, his elegant form before me and this room are a wildly unbalanced pair, but... Yeah, I don't really know much about these sorts of things, but I'm glad I was able to learn about something you're so invested in. I am so glad. Please do let me know if you ever like to come and play Otome games with me. I will select a game with a love story perfect for you and teach you its ways. In his smiling face, I sense an intimacy that I had not felt when we had met. Ilhu exuded an otherworldly presence. It made it difficult to approach him. Although the situation was unpredictable, I felt happy that I was able to learn about his preferences, his interests. Elefado de Rie, one of the regular customers at Enchante, a young angel who enjoys otome games and the pursuit of love. At every chance, he shuts himself away in his room to play otome games. He never returns to his homeland, totally freeloading at Enchante in his own room. His forte is manipulating things related to machines. Oh, okay. He has his skills. Oh, that's it. Are you moving on? After a while longer, I was able to finish filling out the documents. It was just a little past noon. I'm hungry, I thought to myself hazily when I suddenly realized something. Wait, that's right. Everyone's lunch is up to 2. I muttered to myself in realization, and Miser, who had a cup of coffee in hand just like this morning, looked up from his book. No, us? You don't have to worry about us. You got your hands full with getting things ready to officially reopen the cafe. Just worry about making yourself food, okay? Huh? But don't you get hungry? You're asking if I need to eat or not? I guess not. Non-humans have a range of compositions, and the way they get energy varies greatly. There are those who can live off water, those who mostly eat souls, and yeah, there are a lot of different ones. Hang on, back up, go back to the ones about eating souls. Considering that, you can say that we can live without actually eating anything. Do you just, like, eat for pleasure? But everyone still has their own tastes and preferences. It's pretty entertaining. So then, why are you drinking that coffee right now? The taste, I suppose. Uh-huh. I know it's strange to make the comparison, but I was a bit envious being someone who eats between meals a lot. Okay, well, a lot of us eat for pleasure. It's not like we only eat things for sustenance. Thinking about my own stomach, I couldn't help but rub my hand over it. Oh, but there are non-humans who like to eat, of course. Among all of us. Yeah, he would be one. I looked towards his direction. He tipped his cup. Damn it! That hermit asshole. Why does he spend so much time indoors? So you're still on about that? Ignis, who ended up unconscious from the altercation earlier, was walking down the stairs. Oh, Ignis, are you feeling okay? Oh, yeah, kinda. Are you hurt? No, I'm fine. I see. His responses are slow. I guess Ignis really isn't convinced I can handle taking over this place. Ignis, did you have something to do here? Considering you came right here just after waking up. Oh yeah. I just felt like I wanted to eat something. Yes. Maybe this would be a good chance to close up some of the distance between us. I've been proactive in tending to stuff around the house and felt confident in my cooking. I timidly raised my hand. Timidly. Then, why don't I make you something? Since you're here, do you want to eat with me? You're gonna make something? I vigorously nod my head up and down. Isn't it legal for you to cook stuff until you get that permit or whatever? I mean, to sell it, it could just be like between friends. I mean, someone comes over to your house, you're still allowed to cook for them. That's just if I charge someone for it. It's not illegal if I make myself some food. Won't take too long. I can just swing by the store. I'll make something quick. I want to eat something I want to eat. I can whip up whatever you like. I'd like to be able to know what kinds of things my guests prefer too. Continuing a distant relationship as it was could be a problem later if I allow it. Not wanting to let this slip, I argue vehemently, or rather timidly, debate Ignis to give in and let me do this. Seeing Ignis's lack of reply, I look towards Miser for help as a fellow cafe regular. Maybe I should partake as well. And Ignis, we've been shut out by Swan for a while. Sure you don't have any money on you to go to the store. And there came my reinforcements. Miser's comment was the last punch that made Ignis give in. Alright, fine, do whatever you like. Just make sure it has meat in it. Okay, I'll get right on it. Yes, I won. Hello, hi. Hello. Oh, looks like everyone's here. I come bearing gifts today. I thought I'd swing by and pick up some fast food for everyone. It's noon after all. Is anyone hungry? Uh-oh. Bad timing, dude. Miser and Ignis. My victory is squashed in seconds. Aw. Rip. I begin to eat one of the burger meals handed to us, sitting in the seat awkwardly spaced from Ignis. This would have been my chance, too. I know he didn't mean harm, but I couldn't help but glare resentfully at Mr. Rindo. Kotone? Ignis, are you too upset for some reason? Did I do something wrong? Why is Ignis upset? He got food too. Don't worry, Rindo. Not intending to explain or blame him for anything, Miser's smile was the only source of light in this room, clouded with spite. No, I can't rely on Miser all the time. I was dejected at first, but at least we can all eat together. I should try and talk to him. I wanted to ask this earlier, but Ignis, why did you call Il a hermit? You can just tell by looking at him. Any free time he gets, he wastes on games. He doesn't even try to leave Enchante, and he can't even do anything for himself. Instead of roasting him for it, the guys just let him do it, and even baby him. What even is a hermit if not that? He's totally right, even about us. I see. I've heard of incredibly wealthy families sometimes being reclusive, and their kids hidden from the world become shut-ins. Shut-in, a nickname given to Il by Ignis. Much like how something valuable would be locked away and guarded, it refers to someone who has been raised spoiled and overprotected. I can see it. Il has this aura that makes you feel like you can't leave him alone. Wait, the conversation stopped while I was finishing that thought to myself. Ugh. Maybe this awkward distance is the problem. Alright, if that's the case, I have to be assertive and take some action. Sit next to Ignis or sit in front of Ignis. Whoops. I keep doing that. Keep going back to the log. I don't know. I feel like sitting next to someone, it's kind of awkward, especially if you're not that intimate with them. I feel like sitting in front of him, I don't know, it could go either way. It could be like, maybe considered confrontation, but I don't know, face to face seems more like conducive to like conversations. I put my food back in his wrapper and get up from my seat. Whoa. My decision made, I moved to the seat right in front of Ignis. Even though he was taken aback, I paid that no mind and looked at him in silence. What the hell? All of a sudden. I just wanted to talk to you, Ignis, so I could better understand you. I moved right to the point. I know that I'm not that dependable as a cafe owner, and I don't want to make excuses for that. But until I get there, I just hope that we could treat each other cordially as friends. He just sat there silently for a moment. After what felt like ages, he slowly opened his mouth. I mean, I don't really want to keep this so awkward between us. So then... But that doesn't mean I'm ready to be chummy with you right away. Huh? Ignis continues on quietly. If I accept you, then what happens to so on? Aw. Maybe he misses Grandpa the most. It always sounded like he was suspicious of me, but just now I finally heard the twinge of sadness in his voice. I owe that man so much. To pay it all back, I figured I'd be wasting time with him, doing whatever he wanted until the day he had to pass on. Getting forced out of the cafe, and to hear he's already gone, and we have a new owner. People willing to accept that so quickly are the crazy ones. Oh, I see. You just... Just, come on. Don't look at me like that. He's dead. We can't fix that.
Ignis, please mind the way you speak.
Shut it. If griping about it will make the old man crawl out of his grave, then I'll gripe all I need to. But that'll never happen. The old man died. So we really need to think about what we're gonna do next, am I wrong? So sudden to him, he wasn't able to accept news of my grandpa's death. I'm sure it was a front he was putting on. He's trying to cheer up everyone who was feeling so down about all this. Well, he's probably the most devastated out of them all. Miser and Mr. Rindo kept silent, listening to Ignis pour out his feelings. I know, I'm just acting out, and I'm sure your decision to take on the cafe comes from a good place. Just like the hermit said, I contradict myself. I don't even know what I want. At the end of the day, I still can't accept that Enchante without the old man. Hearing Ignis's words, memories of Grandpa run through my mind one after the other. Well, my eyes winced at the rush of emotion rising to meet me. But knowing that this wasn't the time to cry, I forced back any tears. Then I spoke to a saddened Ignis. It's okay if you can't accept it. Huh? Ignis opened his eyes to the comment I muttered. I think it's alright to not force yourself to accept the fact that Grandpa died. Still having a hard time believing Grandpa's really gone. Sometimes I feel like one day he'll just call me or send me a letter. I'm sure Ignis and the others feel the same. They walked with him every day. And also I honestly felt how amazing this place was. This place that Grandpa created. I don't want to lose it. If I can keep it going, I will. That's how I feel. It makes sense to me that it's hard for you to let it all go, Ignis. Even though it's still called Enchante, it's different with me as the owner, huh? Really okay with that? After making such a big decision to be compared with the old owner. Yeah, it's only natural to feel that way. But I'm gonna work really hard, okay? I'm gonna make an Enchante of my own, with its own charm. Different from Grandpa's. Though a little timidly, I declared my intention to Ignis's surprise. Just then, we can hear the sound of heavy footsteps coming from the second floor.
Kotone is right. Ignis, you need not accept everything. It is not even settled within myself. I still see Sowan's shadow on occasion. For now, we should see them as different owners. Sowan as Sowan and Kotone as Kotone.
As Canis gives his speech in a calm, low voice, Ignis walks over and pats his shoulder. Canis, you were eavesdropping on me, huh? do have an audience. Oh, come now. We were right in front of you, too. Yeah, actually, I was waiting for you to compliment us for waiting here that long. And Mr. Rindo glances upward. Ill's here, too. Hi. Batting his wings, Ill descends right in front of us, disregarding the stairs completely. Rindo, you brought us junk food as gifts. I do not require hamburgers. Some simple refreshments would have sufficed. Canis was even holding back the dense angel here. You should probably thank him, shouldn't you? Huh? Mr. Rindo smiles bitterly at Ill, handing him a drink that had started to warm up by now.
No need for thanks. I just hope that Ignis was able to earnestly understand what she had to say. All of her intents and feelings towards protecting this place.
Ignis sighs at Canis' lecturing speech. They get a burger. Just got to show me the burger. He's also blushing. Why are you blushing? You don't let up, do you headless jerk? I got what she meant right when I heard her little tirade without needing you to tell me. To dodge anything else that would arise, he stuffs his mouth with a hamburger. Ignis? Ugh, I know I'm the one who's not able to put it into words too great. I know for a fact that this is a good thing, just let me say that. It's not like I'm just over here hating you for some stupid reason. How do I say it? It's like I think of someone taking the old man's place and it just gets me all weird. So, well, you know, he points a finger right at me from the hand that was holding his hamburger. A little close up on the burger. So it looks pretty good, actually. I want a burger right now. Kotone Awaki, you're gonna carry the old man's torch in your own way. I'm all about it. What the hell? Well, say something. Don't leave me hanging out here. Oh, I'm sorry. I just thought it was a little cute. Huh? How? No, wait. What does that even have to do with what we're talking about? Hang on. Not being able to say what you want and fumbling over your words. And now this sudden burst of confidence. All that fuss you're making really makes you seem so adorable. Shut up! All of you, shut up! All my nerves and anxiety melted away as I saw Ignis shouting. His face was red. Ignis Carbunculus, one of the regular customers at Enchante, a demon beast. A demon beast young man who loves to eat a lot. A humanoid wolf of flame. He feels like he owes a debt to the previous owner, Swan, and while he resists the heroine at first, they manage to talk it out and make amends. He seems to respect her spirit. Okay, so he's a wolf of flame. We haven't really seen him turn wolfy. We only seen him on fire. How do I put it? Maybe because we look the same age. I felt like I got a little closer to him. Like he was a real friend of mine. I feel like Ignis is probably the most down-to-earth kind of one. The other ones seem a little bit too ethereal. Like, Canis is like way too ethereal. Ill is just in his own world, a little bit naive, and Miser, I think he's just enjoying the show. I think Miser does have like understanding what's going on. He's just like, I feel like he's just like above it all. I don't know how to describe it. Well, anyway. Oh, you know, I don't know how old you all are. Ignis, how old are you? I asked my question as soon as it came to mind. How old? Oh, how long it's been since I was born. Maybe around 25 years? Oh, he's actually that's pretty normal. Oh. Even though he's not human, he's actually looked right about that age. How old are you? A With that thought, I turned my gaze towards Miser. Our age? Sorry, but I think Ignis is the only one who's close to you there. Canis is a few hundred years old, and Ill's been alive for a few thousand years. What, 1,000? And I've been around about 10 times more than that. I lost count a while ago. I don't really remember the actual number. Haha. Yeah, that's what... Okay, it's kind of what I thought. Although, Ill being that old, it's kind of weird that he's like that naive, but he's a shut-in, I guess. Should have known such common sense wouldn't apply to non-humans, but it's actually kind of surprising that Ignis is that young. Like, seems like he has probably a similar lifespan, I'm guessing. As Kotone feels like the most human out of the bunch. Maybe just a little feral, that's it. What about you, Mr. Rindo? Well, he's like the actual human in the bunch. Me? I turned 42 this year. Wow. You could be my dad. I see, well, that's pretty normal. At least it'd be Kotone's dad. I'm a little bit older. A little in between. Yes, Rindo is a normal middle-aged man.
Indeed, a normal middle-aged man.
Yep, just a normal middle-aged man. Why are all three of you saying that? Do you have to keep saying that? My charm doesn't come from my age, okay? Launching off that topic, we continue our chatter until from the corner of my eye. Yeah, damn. All this barking's making me hungry. This isn't nearly enough food to satisfy me. Hey, Kotone, make something for me. What? Well, you actually eat it. Oh, well, yeah, I'm hungry. Just know that I'm picky with cooking. You don't get away with a half-assed meal. Okay, I'll make you something right now. Just like that, I placed all my attention on making Ignis some food. I found myself surprised at how swiftly he gobbled up all the food, considering how much I made. He never told me directly if it was good or not, although... he ate every bit! His plate was clean. I felt that was his most honest feedback. It's already took everything I had just to get used to Enchante's oddities. I spent my first day on duty devoting myself to trying to understand everyone's quirks. I was able to find out more about Ill, and I was able to get on good terms with Ignis. I was able to sleep, relieved, feeling it was a great start to this new life. Kotone, what will you be working on today? It was the next morning. Ill asked his question somewhat happily as I make my way down the stairs to the cafe. For today, I'm gonna hold off on preparing for the cafe's opening and focus on buying some groceries. I checked the fridge and realized we're out of a lot of things.
You seem to have consumed much of it during yesterday's lunch and dinner.
I nod in agreement. However, that's where we have an issue. I think going to purchase groceries is fine, but do you feel comfortable doing that? You're still new here. I don't presume you know where all the shops are, right? Although, I don't know the area too well, I'm sure I can make my way using map apps. It would actually be very helpful if someone were to come with me, just in case. All their eyes darted around the room. Are any of you free? Well, it's my job to clean the storehouse, so I can't. I've also been asked to program software for our ledger, so it's difficult for me. Wait, who gave you that job? Would have just gotten lost anyway. She would have been doomed asking you. What about you, Miser? Oh, you're like ill, just probably because he never goes outside. I really would like to go, but we're expecting a call this morning from the coffee roasters. So on you knew quite well. Huh? Roast merchant. A merchant who specializes in roasting raw coffee beans. Sometimes simply called a roaster. Alright, so I guess he's like one of the merchants that they deal with. I know the most about coffee out of anyone here, so I can't leave it to you. Well, you should just call Rindo. Wait, why don't we just call him over and have him pick up the groceries on the way here? That man isn't a delivery service. Besides, he did mention that he would be rather busy today. Not sure if he'll have the time to come by. The only one left is... Everyone's eyes shot to the same location. The man without a head.
Then I shall accompany you. You may leave the heavy lifting to me.
Banging his chest, Canis proudly volunteered his service. Eager and ready to go, he was already putting on his helmet to greet the outside world. I was grateful for this gesture of his. He's normal until he reached the neck.
What troubles you?
I feel like there's gonna be some sort of trouble in every sense of the word. Someone's definitely gonna call the cops on us. Maybe they'll think he's cosplaying. Oh, right, Miser. Can you cast a spell or one that could block someone's perception? Or it's Canis? Well, I can, but it would take a while to cast, and it's high-level magic. If I fail, the subject's organs explode. This is okay, I can try if you want. Wait, what? That's terrifying! Monsieur's magic is quite difficult. It becomes more dangerous when casting on someone else over an area. So that's why you only use it on yourself and Enchante. What about you, Il? Unfortunately, I've never tried confusing someone's awareness without Miser. Chances of his failures are the same as Miser's, then.
Kotone, is there no way I can convince you to use me? Considering my clumsiness, the only way I can be of use to you is with my strength.
I am worried, but I feel conflicted turning away someone with such good intentions. He means the best. After thinking it over, I make up my mind. Okay, I'll take you up on your offer. We're gonna get some looks, but... I mean... He does look mostly like a person. We could just... The helmet could just be cosplay or something.
Yes, you can count on me. I vow to protect you from whatever perils seem to obstruct our path.
I hope he knows that this is less of an adventure, more of a trip to the grocery store. Are we gonna be okay? Don't sweat it, Kotone. If we didn't think it was safe enough, we would have actually already canned his offer. Indeed. Although he doesn't employ sorcery, Canis has his way of dealing with things. Huh, really? What do you mean by that? I'll leave that surprise for you. I'm sure you'll notice as soon as you leave. I see. This surprise just might cause me even more confusion, depending on what it even is. For now, trusting what they had to say, I get ready to go out with Canis. So I think you'll be okay, but come back right away if anything happens. You have your phone, right? Yeah, I've got it. Alrighty.
Ignis, your words resemble those of a human mother.
It is just his own way of expressing love. Shut up! Get off my case! Everyone gets along so nicely. We'll hold down the fort, as it were. Enjoy your stroll around town while you take care of the groceries. Alright, okay, Canis ready to go?
Yes.
Wow, there's even a special shop for salt. We walk about peeking the shops on our way. Sure, any locals will be able to tell how new it all was for me if they saw my face. Around the train station, it was like a city. That's what the whole area felt like to me. It was full of personality. It stood out, full of specialty food and spice shops. There's so much to choose from here. It's just perfect for running a cafe.
Indeed, Swan often spoke of how greatly supplied the area with different goods, and how much it helped his efforts.
Oh, now that I think about it, should I not introduce myself to the shops around here, or mention that that Enchante is reopening?
I do not think it is wise to do. Unlike other shops, Enchante has never sought to receive great recognition. In fact, it may just plant seeds of discord by unnecessarily inviting people to a place inhabited by non-humans.
But wouldn't, I don't know, wouldn't we want the business? I guess we're making enough money already, but... Great point. I should take care not to go advertising around town like other people might be inclined to do. Anyway, we just need to collect enough supplies to whip up a few meals for everyone, and maybe just a little extra just in case.
Yes, that would be fine. Soan did not go to the market every day, after all.
I'm thankful Canis responds so quickly with such helpful advice. Still, it seems strange. Florist, whatever that is, appliance store. That there hasn't been any sort of trouble since Canis and I left Enchante. We've been walking around these areas that are fairly crowded. At the most, people past us would look curiously at Canis from time to time, but none of them stirred up any commotion. It's just like, yeah, it's a normal day. In fact, a woman from the neighborhood. Oh my, it's been quite a while, Mr. Helmet. I was beginning to get worried that I haven't seen you for a while. Mr. Helmet.
It has indeed been a while, madame. However, my name is not Helmet, it is Canis. Various circumstances have kept me away. Has anything interesting happened with you?
Well, if I were to say something, lately a bunch of pros have been gathering by the garbage bins lately.
That simply will not do. I see. I will chase them away at once.
Oh my, really? Thank you, Mr. Helmet. You're as dependable as ever. He's just your friendly neighborhood helmet man. Neighbor vegetable grocery. Hey, it's Helmet Boy. Who's your cute lady friend?
My name is not Helmet, it is Canis. This gentlewoman here is the granddaughter of Soan.
I see, Soan's granddaughter. Oh, I see. She definitely has his face and notable beard. Oh, it's nice to meet you. I'm Kotone Awaki. You must have been a great help to my grandpa. Oh, not at all. We're the ones who he always helped out. Helmet Boy and Ignis would always lend a hand carrying our things for us. I see. Sorry, Canis, you're still Helmet Man. Neighborhood old man. Oh, Mr. Helmet, you've gotten so small since I've seen you. Huh,
My name is not Helmet, it is Canis. However, sir, that is not me. That is a woman. Have your eyes gotten worse again? Oh, yes, talking about me.
Oh, ho, ho. I'm just teasing you, son. Just an old man's joke. Neighborhood old lady. Oh dear, Mr. Helmet's always so serious. You know you shouldn't tease him. Hey, how has Il been? Please give that child some of this ohagi. He's okay with Japanese sweets, right?
I will gladly take it to him on your behalf. He doesn't enjoy anything sweet, so I'm certain he will eat this with glee.
Oh, just splendid. Whenever I look at him, I just feel so happy. Like someone has finally come to take me. What?
It is a little concerning to consider that it's not just a joke, considering what Dill is.
He's just like, oh, angel boy, please take me. Take me to the other side. I thought he would be a troublemaker, but it's exactly the opposite. Canis, are you popular amongst the townspeople?
No, of course not. I just tended normal business around here.
He's just your friendly neighborhood helmet man. I'm just not sure so many people would be approaching us normally. Just then I receive a message via social media. And it's from Miser? How's it going? I think the Demon King's cheat powers are taking effect soon, huh? Sure it'll affect you when you head out in the near future, so I'll fill you in. Although it's actually fairly simple. There's magic cast on the area surrounding Enchante that just barely affects people's awareness. Small enough so no one notices. Doesn't alter people's minds completely, but it does scramble perceptions of it. As a result, Canis is accepted by everyone, making him less of a suspicious individual and more of an eccentric. Okay. Huh, I see. Though people aren't targeted specifically, I guess this means things can work out even if Ill or Miser's sketchy magic. There's Ill and Miser's using sketchy magic. I type in a gratuitous response to Miser and then put my phone away.
Did someone reach out to you?
Yeah, Miser was illuminating me to a few things about you. Although, it was still a mystery why everyone collectively referred to this man as Helmet. It just seemed like everyone's impression of him was just a man, wearing a helmet. Sorry I was worried before we left, Canis. Now that I think about it, you've been with Grandpa for all these years. I really was worrying for nothing.
There's no need for that. It is fair for you to have been nervous, considering our relationship is still new.
No, that's not what I was apologizing for. He gave him a nervous smile back when... High School Girl A. Hey, it's Helmety. It's been forever. No way! Wholesome Helmety has a girl with him. Oh. Yes. Does she go to our school? Oh, I guess not, but she can't be much older than us, right? High school girl A, B, and C. Oh, hello! 3 cute high school girls approach us. At this point, I'm just surprised at how many friendships Canis has made, with or without the helpful magic of Miser. Never mind that, I'm actually curious as to how he got to know these girls.
My name is not Helmety or Helmet, it is Canis. What are you all doing out of school?
Every time he just corrects people every single time. He doesn't accept it completely, but he's like still kind of polite about it. It's like, hey, my name is not Helmet. It's Canis. How are you doing? Helmety, you dummy. It's Saturday. It's our day off. We're just coming back from our club.
Is that so? It has been so busy lately. I suppose I lost track of what day it is.
But like, you got a girlfriend, Helmety? Seriously? Who would have thought? What? As our gazes all point to me, I let out a small yelp. Canis shakes his head from side to side, not expecting such a question. He's blushing, I think.
No, you most definitely are not, understand?
Alright, well, how do I put it? I am very interested in the Canis route, just because he seems like a very unique character. Whoops. I keep doing that. I would probably refer to him as a friend, but I According to the guide, it says I have to refer to myself as the owner. Yeah, I'll just go with the guide says. The owner. I guess we should, like... He's already flustered, I guess. So, let's not, like, make things more awkward for him. The owner? Oh, is this something you guys do?
No, you misunderstand her. She is the new owner of a cafe I frequent.
What? A cafe owner at that age? Crazy! Oh. When we said owner, did they think it was like some sort of like kinky stuff or something? I was his owner or something? Seriously, we haven't even decided what we want to do after school.
Right? She possesses decisiveness and strong will. I hold her in high regard.
Wait, I'm still so new to this. It's nothing to compliment me so much about. Why is Canis being so nice? She's so embarrassed. Well, who cares if they're together or not, huh? Let's take a picture for the occasion. Hey, Mr. Grocery, take a picture of us. Here, use my phone. You got it! The girls called out to the kind vegetable grocer that greeted us earlier. As if used to the sort of thing, he agrees cheerfully and begins walking this way. Come on, everyone get in. Helmety and... Oh, I'm Kotone Awaki. Okay, got it. Okay, let's take one of you two first. Come on, get closer to Helmety. Huh, wait. Oh, we got a selfie. Why? Oh, he's embarrassed. Oh, this is cute. This is too cute. Even though we can't even see his face, it's still cute. Caught in the pace of the high school girls, I pushed closer to Canis for the photo.
My apologies, Kotone. These girls are a bit assertive. I'm sure they would not let us go until they had their fill of us. Please try to endure it.
I see. I guess this is just how they are. Helmety, you're too big. You guys don't fit in the picture together. Like you're way too far away, Helmety. Put your arms around her and get closer. What? Yeah, put your hands like this. You gotta make a heart together with them. What in the world is this? Ah, this is so embarrassing. This makes absolutely no sense. They eagerly push me closer, my body inching closer towards Canis.
Hey, girls! No need to push like this. This is a burden on her as well.
What? You really are concerned about that? Wow, you really are a gentleman. Okay, here we go. Smile. Come on, Helmety, big smile. I smile as a reflex as she calls out to us. That's cute. And afterwards, we continued our photo shoot with the high school girls. Okay, I'll send the pics we took to everyone. Oh, I got it. Thank you very much. That was so fun. And come on, you're practically our age. There's no need to be such a stiff, okay? We have each other's contact info, so let's hang out sometime. Oh, I'm sure. Oh god, are we actually gonna hang out with them? They were some nice girls. Very friendly. I just realized that this was the first time I made friends in this town with other girls. I was a little lost, just going with the flow of things, but it made me really happy. Okay, see ya! Helmety, be nice to your girlfriend.
She is not my... They left.
They were a pretty energetic bunch, huh? Your typical group of young girls. Wait, speaking of young girls, do you think that picture will be okay? I hope they don't post it on social media or anything. I don't think it'll be... I mean, whatever's on social media now is probably no worse than what's currently on social media nowadays.
Let us pray they do not. But Il did mention that it would not be a problem for any images of me to be uploaded.
Oh, because of more magic stuff?
No, because it seems like people wearing helmets in videos these days are unable to procure that many views.
Oh, yeah, there are so many people out there uploading all sorts of videos these days. Is he just like another man just hiding his identity? Canis quietly nods, looking in the direction the girls ran, crossing his arms.
Still, seeing them made me feel once more just how assertive young people are these days.
Is it that they're assertive, or is it just the fact that you're easy to get along with? I know their perceptions were altered, but it's wild Canis was so close to people. I was sure that the ones passing by, calling out to Canis, are doing it out of their own free will because of his character alone. The helmet has nothing to do with it. I looked over at Canis once again. He does indeed look peculiar, but after getting to know him, you just know that he's a very polite individual. He goes out of his way to help people. I can understand why everyone likes him. Maybe we don't need Miser's magic after all, huh? What was that? Oh, wait.
What was that?
Gotta remember my voice modulator. Nothing! Come on, let's keep shopping, okay?
Right, let us do so.
As we went, there was no end to the people who called out to Canis. We took our sweet time because we had to, but finished shopping and returned to Enchante. Need lots of water. Yet another week later, I started to finally get a grasp of all the quirks of the regulars who lived in Enchante. Oh, Rindo's turn. Ah, that was good. It is nice to go out and eat sometimes, right, Kotone? Yes. For some reason, I found myself eating out with Mr. Rindo near the train station. I'm currently feeling a little guilty for eating at such an expensive dinner. But he was rather relentless in his offer. Now that I think about it, I haven't had many chances to talk to Mr. Rindo the way I have with the other regulars. The dinner began awkwardly, I must admit, because I didn't know what to talk about. Alright then, let's go for our last round. Mr. Rindo seemed unfazed. However, as he opened the door to his car in the lot... Here, give me your hand. Don't worry, I don't bite. I had no concerns that you did. It's okay. I took his hand and got in the passenger seat. Such a gentleman. The reason I was even in this predicament can be blamed on no one other than myself. It all began in the morning of the same day. Ugh. What do I do? This to-do list isn't getting any smaller. Actually, it doesn't seem like it's getting... Doesn't it seem like it's getting longer as I cross more things off of it? I was having a staring contest with all the notes, books, and documents I had laid out on the table. Also, I still need to learn how to pour coffee before the week's over. Ugh. Maybe if I cut back on some sleep, I'll be able to fit that in. Morning, everyone. Oh, hello, Rindo. Hi, Il. It's not every day that I see you playing games out here. And, strange that Miser isn't at the counter, considering what time it is. Canis and Ignis have yet to arrive. With no one to complain about it, I'm spending my time here. As for Miser, that's true. Where is he? I see. I don't have to deal with those loudmouths. It's my lucky day. It can be nice and quiet when all of you are gone. Rindo, do I count as being one of these people you speak of? I'm always playing games quietly, and I have no recollection of being interested in you or having any desire to speak with you. It's inhuman how harsh you can be. Indeed, I am not human. Well, yeah. You are a fallen angel after all. Hey, I couldn't help but notice, but is the tiny one over there who isn't reacting to any of this still alive? Is it talking to Kotone? Hey, Kotone, can you hear me? I see the shape of someone right in front of me, waving their hand back and forth. Suddenly aware of the voice calling out to me and its owner, I stand up flustered. I'm sorry, Mr. Rindo. Welcome! Whoa, that was surprising. I didn't mean for you to get up so quickly. And you don't have to be so formal with me. You've known me for long enough, haven't you? Oh no, I can't do that. You're one of our guests. Although we aren't officially reopened yet. Haha, glad to hear that you've been hard at work. I might be a little happier if you loosened up a bit, though. Hey, can I ask you something? You've got quite a lot of notes spread out on the table here. What are you working on? Huh? I'm reading up on coffee and looking over all the documents I need. As I tilt my head and answer him, Mr. Rindo deliberately furrows his brow. Okay, next question. Did you notice Il playing games over there? Huh? I turn around and see Il, who had a portable game console in hand. Il, how long have you been here? I've been here all morning. I called out to you too, Kotone. Seems Il wasn't concerned about anything. But did that mean I ignored his greeting? Ha! That means you've been here with that troubled look on you before Il came down. Kotone, do you think you might be working too much? No, that's not... Really? Are you getting enough sleep? I am. Ha 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 ha. You're a bad liar. It's quite incredible. Sighing, Mr. Rindo sits down on the seat right in front of me. Listen, Kotone. This cafe is the most important thing on your mind right now, and you're working hard. But if it starts affecting your health and something happens to you, well, nobody here wants that for you. Not Sawan, not me, definitely none of the guests. Mr. Rindo glances aside towards the room that contained the gate. As if on cue, the bell rang, signaling a guest arriving from another world. Hi, you look angry. Oh, see a bad man trying to woo our princess. Is it time to get rid of him, perhaps? Hahaha. Unfortunately, this bad man is the only one here who shares her values. Their greetings are filled with sarcasm. Miser decides not to reply to Mr. Rindo's comment and walks towards us. You're here alone with Rindo. It's unusual to talk with him like this. Did something happen? Well, you see. Hey, Miser, do you know if the girl's been getting enough rest? Rest? Miser looked at Il as if asking to ponder the question together with him. Understanding his signal, Il puts his finger to his chin, and after a short silence... If you mean her sleep schedule, it seems she reserves a little bit of time to sleep. Perhaps 3 hours a day. Wait, what? How do you know that, Il? That question I shouted aloud reflexively was unmovable proof of the situation. Mr. Rindo shrugs with an excessive gesture and looks at Miser with concern. I thought as much. Demon King, how could you have let this happen with you of all people at her side? Oh, right, sorry. That was totally my bad. I'd forgotten about the human body's limits. Swan just ate and slept and did whenever he wanted all the time. That was a problem in and of itself, too. Anyway, now that I know you haven't been resting, I can't just leave you be. It's a new season. You really should start off practicing better self-care. Take a day off. But I think that would be a wise decision. Enchante won't go under if you take a day off. Take off for a single day. Go take a long nap. After that, you should go outside and enjoy some fresh air. With Rindo, of course. What? Mr. Rindo's face looked just as surprised as I sounded. He was even pointing a finger at himself. Oh, that's an odd suggestion. Is that what you want, Demon King? To give you a princess to me for a day? Honestly, I don't love the idea. But in times like these, I believe humans do better if they stick together. Oh, but I couldn't impose. You must be busy, right, Mr. Rindo? Oh no, I'm happy to accompany you. Actually, it's a wish come true, getting a direct approval from these men to be able to go on a date with you. Watch it before I burn you alive, okay? Miser quickly returns to the matter at hand. I know you've been focused on this beginning to your new lifestyle, but for now on, go have some fun, Kotone. If something were to happen to you, there would be no end to our sorrow. There was a hint of worry in Miser's smile. It was usually so carefree. Okay, I hear you. I nod silently. Oh, off in the car we go. That's how I came to take a break with Mr. Rindo to wherever he'd take me. We've been driving for 30 minutes in his sports car with me not knowing where we were headed. While still focused on driving us safely, he began to speak to me. So, well, I'm surprised you're getting along with the non-humans, Kotone. Just like Swan. Huh? You think so? Yeah. So much that it made me think that it's in your blood somehow. It would be pretty crazy for a normal person. Just getting used to this is tough. Slowly, he turned the wheel right, and he gives a solemn smile. You know what I mean? Right before we left, they were so worried about you. Ignis and Canis came by just to see you off. Yo, Kotone, if that dumbass Rindo tries anything, just kick him in the nuts. What?
Yes, while he is done, stab his throat.
What? What? Remembering their crass advice, my eyes looked to Mr. Rindo's throat. I scratched my cheek and smiled, trying to hide my stare. Yeah, that's true. I'm happy they care about me, regardless of what that actually looks like. Although, when it comes to ill, I still can't understand what he's thinking at times. He's always the one people worry over rather than the one doing the worrying. Ha! Miser gave his warning too, right? Huh? He said he turned me into refuse if I touched you for over 5 seconds. Kotone, Demon King is so protective. Ha 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 ha! I'm sure Mr. Rindo had to have plenty of courage too to snap back at him the way that he did. Makes me happy that Mr. Rindo noticed my relationship with everyone was beginning to change. We were becoming closer. Ever since I had arrived, it's been a hectic day after day, but part of me really enjoys it. I can feel that Enchante was starting to become a sweet place of belonging, the one that I've dreamed about for so long. But this to say, that really means I have to hold on to this. I can't overwork myself. I've taken you to a lot of places other than to dinner. Are you feeling tired? I'm doing okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Rindo. I feel like my fatigue is gone. More importantly, I feel at ease. I'm realizing how overworked I was. Whoops. Mashing the A button. Now where's the log? That's good. I was thinking that maybe it's time to head back, but do you mind staying out a while longer? Of course I don't mind. With my consent, Mr. Rindo smiles happily. Since we're out here, let's finish off our little drive with something nice. Let's drive around on the Shuto Expressway. Going for a nice car ride. With this nice man. This nice gentleman. Along with several other vehicles, the sports car he was driving in proceeded onto the highway in the cool of the night. He must be a rich man if he can afford a sports car. The scenery of the city at night. At night, off in the distance was a spectacular show of lights. So handsome. Now that I think of it, this is the first time we've been able to sit down and chat like this. Oh yeah, now that you mention it. Well, considering how we met, I suppose that couldn't be helped. Now that I have a chance, can I ask you a few things? Sure, I'll answer the best I can. Thanks. Let's see. So, what kind of hobbies do you have? Oh, I really like to read. And cook. Oh, and listening to music by my favorite artists. Can't forget that. Those are definitely good things. Do you have a favorite food? That'd be cheesecake. Whenever I find a shop with good reviews, I sometimes just go buy a whole one. I like cheesecake too. Who could blame you? I like that they aren't too sweet. But then I go and buy too much. Okay. So, what are things you don't like? I can't think of a food I wouldn't eat, other than things that I don't like. Maybe bugs? Wow, that's just like someone. Whenever that guy would see roaches, he'd always scream at Maiza to destroy them, even if the cafe gets caught in fire. Well, if that happened, I wouldn't have been able to take over the cafe, or I suppose it wouldn't exist in the first place, huh? I could relate to that feeling, though. Afterwards, we talked about my hometown, where I graduated, where I worked, all of that. I answered Mr. Rindo's detailed questions as best as I could. Interesting. Though, to be honest, I already knew about most of that. Huh? What do you mean? My voice yelped at Mr. Rindo's nonchalant way of saying something so outrageous. He's already profiled you, dude. You know about the GPM, right? Where I work? And what department it reports to? Yes, it was the information department, right? Right, that department's main role is to gather intelligence. Or at least that's the interesting way of phrasing it. We collect detailed information on non-humans and the people involved with them. Really? Oh, so that means you know all my personal information. I shrunk a bit, and Mr. Rindo, looking a bit nervous, corrects himself. Oh no, I won't use it for anything bad, okay? The way I worded it just now was... It was just because I wanted to be sure you understood the position I'm in. You've shared a lot with me, and I thought it's best to be equal with you about myself. Equal? Mr. Rindo nods. As fellow human beings, and also, honestly, I don't want to feel that I'm stepping on eggshells around you. My work is so specialized that I can't vent about it to most people. I thought it would be nice to have someone to talk to. I figured you're in a similar predicament. Like myself, your position isn't exactly what others might deem as normal. You can always talk to me when you need to, or that's what he's trying to communicate. It's hard to believe what I'm saying, huh? I didn't seem like I have a nice opinion of those guys when we first met, after all. Oops. Once again, going back to the log. That's not true. That's not true. You're just doing your job, Mr. Rindo. Well, still, that's basically how I feel. And those guys at Enchante are honestly such a dangerous bunch to hang around. His cut and dry response made him seem even more honest. Well, the decision to trust me is yours. Don't force yourself to do so either. Still, there are those who would be working around us regardless of our intentions. I'd like an alliance. Insurance, you might say. What do you... Probably guessing as to what I was thinking, Mr. Rindo smiles awkwardly. Like those GPM subordinates in the past, that's a good example. Humans at this age can just be as troublesome as non-humans. He has a point. There may be times when I just won't be able to handle Miser and the others. I understand. I hope I can count on you if I need to. Since we have a moment, want to tell me a little bit more about yourself, Mr. Rindo? Of course, I'll answer anything you'll have to ask me. Alright then. His height and hobbies, what food he likes and doesn't like, even things he wasn't good at. We chatted while enjoying the scenery at night. I had one last question before we headed back. Alright, so, about your family. Do you have any siblings, Mr. Rindo? Mr. Rindo? Huh? Oh, sorry. The car next to us is trying to get in our lane. Siblings, yeah. I have a little sister, that's it. Oh, a little sister. That's so nice. I'm an only child, so I always dreamed of that. Do you get along well with her? Who knows? She's a bit of a cheeky kid, but I guess we got along well. Mr. Rindo's smile was soft and gentle. He must really care about his sister. But, Mr. Rindo, you've been coming to Enchante every day, even on days off, when you're not on duty, right? Do you ever make time for your sister, or go back to your family? I do want to visit, but I'm so busy that it's hard to find the time. You know, you're right. Next time I have a little more time off, I'll head back and visit everyone. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. As I agree with him, the car had finished getting off the Shuto highway and drove back down the regular streets. Later on, it was 10 p.m. After Mr. Rindo dropped me off, I took a bath and got ready for bed. Felt a little early, but this was truly a healthy bedtime. Wow, what a luxury to be able to sleep before the day changes. Wait, if I accept this as a luxury, my sleep schedule will keep getting messed up. I feel like it'll take a little bit more time to get used to living like this. I'm glad I was able to learn about Mr. Rindo. It always felt like he was so mysterious. He's a few years ahead of me, too. I'm sure there's a lot of ways I'll be able to look to him for help. Okay, gotta learn a little bit about Mr. Rindo. So, we kind of like hung out with all the boys this chapter. Are we gonna hang out with Miser last? The applications I submitted were accepted, granting all the certifications I needed. After updating the equipment in the cafe, I could begin preparing the grand reopening. Oh, it's already time. Even if the place was just for non-humans, without normal guests ever stopping by. But for Enchante to come into its own as a legitimate, full-fledged cafe, there was an obstacle I had to overcome, no matter what. Yes, and that obstacle is... That's really awful. Really, what the hell is this? Really? Is it that bad? You should have tasted it before serving me. For a second, I thought it was mud. Like actual sludgy dirt water. I'd never do that to you. There was festering in the cup of Ignis had just laid to rest on the table. That dark brown liquid remained cooling off in its ceramic vessel. The time was 3 in the afternoon. It was generally time people would have snacks and take a break from the routine. Yeah, I really thought I made decent coffee this time around. Now that I got new equipment for the cafe, I'm getting feedback from the regulars as to better understand the art of the perfect cup of coffee, a staple item on Enchante's menu. She still doesn't know how to brew coffee. The results continue to be disappointing. I mean, I'm not a huge coffee guy and I don't have the best handle on how bean water should taste, but I can tell you this. You failed. This is so gross. You don't have to rub it in. Hanging my head, I kept fielding feedback from everyone who gathered around. First, Canis.
I also do not possess the greatest knowledge surrounding this esteemed beverage. However, it is quite clear that it differs from what Lord Sawan had often poured. My apologies. I do not seek to compare your hand to his, but his brew had become my standard.
No, don't worry. I really wanted to get everyone's honest opinion about having this tasting. Next, Mr. Rindo. Well, how should I put it? I mean, technically it's coffee. But at the same time, it isn't. The taste and the scent really lack definition. I measured the temperatures and everything, just like the manual said. Maybe some more practice will help. Everyone has to start somewhere, you know. Try not to worry about it too much. Thanks, I'll get more acquainted with the process. And of course, Il. Like Canis, I am not sure what the ideal attributes of good coffee are, so I cannot confidently offer a critique. But compared to Swan's, the acidity of your beverage seems rather pronounced. It's too acidic, huh? After hearing Il's comment, I flipped through the manual littered with my notes. Common mistakes of beginner baristas. Over-grinding coffee beans can greatly alter the flavor, depending on the brewing method. Oh, there you go! You're so eager to brew the coffee, you just ground them too much. I guess being a little too enthusiastic isn't always the best thing for you. Although most of them didn't say it explicitly. The overall consensus of my brew of coffee was that it wasn't great. I was aware that the path to the perfect cup was a long one, and I knew that I wasn't going to get it right from the beginning. All of a sudden, I'm starting to understand just how much goes into the cups of coffee I ordered from my favorite coffee shops. With the bitter taste of failure on my lips, I await the critique from the one final person. Miser's eyes closed, sips with elegance. I better brace myself for something harsh. Get ready for it. Miser? Oh, I'm sorry. What were you talking about? Did I just, like, wipe his mind with the bad coffee? My legs buckle as his underwhelming response lingers. I want to know what he thinks. You're the most excited for this. We're taste testing the coffee. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I was having a thought to myself. About what? Well, about the state of the demon world. Demon King is having a bit of a rough time with some troublesome leaders under him. I decided it was best not to pursue the matter further. Okay, well, let's get back to the point. What did you think of the coffee I made? How did it taste to you? Oh, that? Yeah, it tasted fine. Why? Huh? You know, you don't have to be so careless. Yeah, I'm asking for your opinion. You don't need to protect me, just tell me what you think. What? Honestly, it tastes good. Does he have, like, different standards, maybe? We might be talking to someone who has, like, completely different standards. In fact, I'd like another cup. Can you make me another cup? Huh? Wait, really? It's that good? His unexpected affirmation of my brew caused me a healthy amount of confusion. You're really just... I'm a little bit flustered here. You're really just a big coffee guy, huh, Miza? I thought you just did it with Swan, but you really just drink it all the time.
I do believe Miser drinks a fair amount more than he really should.
Really? He drinks that much? Right, he's always buying coffee when he's out. He brings it here to drink. I've seen him making coffee himself before, too. Even though we've only just met, I already associate Miser with coffee. As everyone talks about their own tastes, Miser suddenly crosses his arms. He was looking at me for some reason. Yeah, I've been alive for a long time. I've tasted a lot of different things. But I think out of everything I've ever had, coffee is my favorite in the entire world. When he spoke, his face, it looked so soft, so kind. Anyone could become enamored staring at a face like that. I wasn't sure if Miser's critique was sparing my feelings or if that was his real opinion. With the truth-shrouded mystery, my training would continue. A short time after, I left for more supplies. I think I got too many. My hand got tired and I set the tote bag I've been carrying down the nearby curb. It held the ingredients for everyone's meals. I had coffee too, since I ran out of it after the taste test earlier. There was a lot. Maybe it wasn't a good idea to use so much, even if I needed the extra practice. I would have brought another tote bag if I knew this would happen. Complaining won't get me anywhere, I thought, and I was preparing to keep going when... Oh, there you are, Kotone. You should have just told me that you were going shopping. Who is this? Huh? That voice! I was being called by a very familiar voice. I turned around smiling and I saw him. Oh. Hello. You're in normal clothes. You still have weird hair, but still. Or maybe I should have invited you. Okay. The little sweater is a little bit... I don't know. Feels like something my friend would wear, actually, the pattern. She wears, like, leggings that look like that all the time. What? Oh, please don't pretend you don't know me. This Demon King would be so sad he might make a natural disaster, like a flood, okay? The black robe, nowhere to be seen. He had no horns growing out of his head. He just looks like normal dude with maybe some, like, bedhead. He just had on regular clothes like any shop in town would sell. But that face and that calm voice were most definitely... Miser? Yep, you got it, Miser Rex. I have arrived to escort you, my princess. His elegant bow was a bit of an exaggeration. Satisfied with a surprised look on my face, he lifts his head up and... He laughed just like a child who executed a prank perfectly. It seemed that Miser came to get me while I was back on my way from my shopping. He lifts up my tote bag with ease. It was heavy. He walks with me, humming to himself. My eyes are drawn to the side of his face. It's not a dream. This is really happening. You won't see any horns grow back no matter how much you stare, got it? That's not what I'm doing. Miser, why do you look like this? I've camouflaged myself as a human, as you can see. You can do that? Of course, I'm a Demon King, and the expert in the art of deception. Well, couldn't you have gone out like that all this time without casting that magic from before? I just felt like changing my outfit today, though my body feels much lighter with those clothes I'm normally used to. In my opinion, the Demon King's clothes seem much, much heavier though. And also, the change in his nails and horns seem to be for magic, but his clothes look real. In fact, it seems like they were things Grandpa might have bought for him in the past. Really has been a while. I remember going out shopping and this form was so on too. So you went with Grandpa? Although it was mostly just us walking about wherever the wind would take us. Or to be specific, to coffee shops or other places where people we knew worked. It all comes back to the coffee again, huh? Miser really does love his coffee. As for the people you went to see, were they acquaintances of Grandpa's? No, actually they were people that I knew. I'd go around by the station or the shopping district and visit other non-humans. Huh. Wait, did I just hear you casually use non-human in a sentence? Your reactions are priceless, Kotone. Never get tired of seeing them. That said, those of us you already know have blended in with the town just fine. You shouldn't be that surprised. Well, yeah, but I thought it was special in your case because of the gate in Enchante. Oh, there's still things to learn, There are other ways to travel between this world and the others aside from gates. Dozens of non-humans exist around here, coming to the human world to be a part of it, using these other methods of travel. This is the first time I've heard of this. What other ways are there? There are a lot of details surrounding them, and it would take a while to explain. We should table that discussion for later. Right. I mean, I think it's worth talking about now. But hey, it's nothing to worry about. Come on, just take a minute to enjoy this new scenery I'm providing you with. Just gonna pretend we didn't hear that. We can talk about that boring stuff later. We can have a nice and easy chat for now. He's right. All things considered, it's probably not a good idea to be talking about it outside. Hey, what do you think of my clothes? Oh, yeah, they suit you nicely. Pretty surprised. They match his color scheme. He stood out in more ways than one. Seems like Miser hadn't noticed the fact that he was getting looks from other women around us. Oh, really? I'm so glad. Pleases me to receive the seal of approval from a regular human being. The others don't have a sense for fashion. They don't appreciate good outfit values, and their opinions are never very helpful. According to Misers, clothes are a problem in particular for non-humans here. If they aren't careful about keeping up with the current fashion, they risk standing out even more than they already do. I feel like Il doesn't really know too much about fashion. He's still wearing like a robe. Canis is good. Ignis is pretty fashionable, I think. So he says he does it to be safe. Huh. I can see how living for so long could be a bit of a nuisance at times. Hey, don't treat me like an old man. I'm still very much in my prime, okay? Saying things like that makes you an old man. Alright. You're a sassy one, huh? Maybe I should just treat you like a kid. The way someone my age should. Someone your age, aren't you like tens of thousands of years old? Huh? You want a piggyback ride, little one? His eyes are serious. I take it back. The Master Demon King is very young. Yes, so long as you understand. That's a good girl. He pats my head with his open hand as if to tease me. Heck, stop it. I'm not a little kid. We walk leisurely up the road to Enchante, teasing each other the whole way back. We get back to Enchante right as the sun was setting. The atmosphere inside had changed completely. Silence replaced the energy from earlier. Canis and Ignis mentioned that they had things to attend to and returned to their worlds. Mr. Rendo went back to work at the GPM. He said he got a call after the tasting and had to work late. Il is probably playing Otome games like usual in his room. It was just Miser and I in this lonely cafe. That's right. When you're grinding, make sure to only grind as much as you plan on using. When you're using a hand mill, grind at a regular pace. You don't have to put any extra muscle into it. Okay. Back to his regular regalia. Miser was next to me, guiding me on each and every step. I grind the coffee beans we went out to buy this evening, making sure I get the right taste out of them. I muttered to myself how abysmal the results were from earlier today, and that I should practice one more time today. Miser returned to his normal form, deciding to guide me through it. Once again, I began to practice what Ignis seemed to really dislike earlier, hot coffee. After grinding down the last of the beans, Miser took the coffee mill and looked inside. He nodded in approval. It looks evenly ground. Very nice. Like I said earlier, we use the strainer next. It's right over there. Right. Relieved, I squint at the strainer I held, and made an incredibly fine grind. With this, you get more defined and pleasant flavor from the coffee, allegedly. In any case, first I have to try and be able to produce a normal cup of coffee. Don't try to make something ornate, just get the basics down first. Miser's words from earlier echoed through my head, and I followed them diligently. I set the paper filter on top of the carafe. I poured the coffee, spreading it evenly. We have to learn about paper filter! Filter made of paper, used for brewing coffee. When made out of cloth, it is instead called a nil. I just buy paper filters. Buy them by like 1,000, they're really cheap. Coffee server. Refer to the container that collects the coffee. Brewed from a dripper. I actually had to learn what a carafe was, because mine broke. I had to look it up online. I'm just like Googling until I found the correct term. I take the kettle of hot water and pour it in a spiral from the center to the edge. Okay, we're learning about a kettle. Or drip pot. It's a type of pot. Its very narrow spout is a characteristic, allowing for a minute adjustments in pouring the hot water. Okay. And stop for a moment. Let it sit for about 20 to 30 seconds and wait until the water seeps through all of it. I know you don't want it to overflow. Okay. The grains are starting to bloom. Great. Now let's pour in some more water. Be slow and gentle. Pouring in the center and keeping the height of the grind the same. Once I used all the hot water that I had measured out. Now then, I'll move the dripper out of the way. Dripper, a device for coffee brewing. Coffee is brewed by setting a filter, beans inside, and then pouring hot water in. From the carafe that was shaped like a lid. Wow! Steam rose gently with a full-bodied scent. I hurried to pour the coffee in a cup before the lovely vapor disappeared and placed it in front of Miser, now seated. Squinting his eyes, he looked down at the freshly poured coffee. He slowly brings it to his mouth. As I saw him take a gulp, I swallowed my own breath as the nerves began to take over. After slowly tasting the coffee's flavor... Wow, I'm surprised. He answered the bare minimum as he took the cup away from his mouth. How am I supposed to interpret that? Wow, you're worried about this, huh? Of course I mean that it's good. Miser answered me, laughing as I postured my body forward, interrogating him. I'm serious, it's really good. The bitterness is subtle, as I imagined. I'm sure Ignis and the others would give you positive feedback with this, right? With that, Miser brings a cup to his mouth one more time. I put my hand to my chest in relief. Miser's face as he drank this cup was much more relaxed than the one he wore during practice earlier. I really improved. Of course, I still have much more to train myself with and learn. But now, I'll let myself enjoy the fact that Miser is happily drinking the coffee I made. After finishing the second cup, Miser lets out a very satisfied sigh. Yeah, that was really excellent. Do you consider yourself to be a quick study under the right instruction, Kotone? You give me too much credit. You give me too much credit. It really feels like I've only just gotten past the starting line. I have to work harder in order to pour all kinds of coffee well. Well, it's okay to be humble, but you have to let yourself recognize your own efforts. Still, if your goal is to continue brewing great coffee, I have some more work to do, yes? Yep, and I look forward to your help. Thank you for the amazing coffee, Kotone. As a thanks, let me pour you a cup. We have everything set here. Let me try and use the siphon. Huh? Really? Okay, that sounds good to me. I nod to this wonderful suggestion and sit, switching places with Miser. Miser, now behind the counter, looks over the coffee beans we bought and scrutinizes them. Alright, this time you are the guest. A bit unfair, but I'm doing this my way. Huh? With a snap from his fingers? Oh. Oh, he's bibbity-bobbiting booing it. The coffee beans began to float and dance in midair. Each bean was breaking apart on its own, beginning to release a deep aroma. He's like the fairies from Sleeping Beauty. The cups that were put away and the jars full of sugar cubes began to dance in the air. What? Here's the Demon King making some coffee. There we go. It's been a while since I've done this. The trick is to not drop anything. Take this in for a moment. Miser flicks and points his finger in all sorts of directions. As if performing a synchronized dance, the water, now hot again, somehow emerges from the carafe and pours itself into the flask attached to the siphon. No, I forgot to ask. Kotone, do you have a preferred blend? Blend coffee. Coffee made by mixing coffee beans from multiple regions. The combination amount each can lead to enjoyment of various flavors. Many cafes sell their own original blends. Huh? Oh, I don't have any preferences in particular. Just something that isn't too acidic. Okay. Then let's put in more Colombian then. Colombia, the name of a country in South America, can also refer to a variety of coffee being grown in that country. It has a well-balanced, supple taste to it. Learning about coffee. Responding to my request, some freshly ground coffee grinds separate themselves and are low into the measuring bowl on their own. While that was happening, various other tasks necessary for pouring a cup of coffee were conducted all around him in mid-air. He's cheating. Hey, there, sorry for the wait. This is the Demon King's special blend. Be careful, okay? It's hot. As I sat there astonished, Miser's face closed in on me. Coming back to my senses, my hands held a cup that had appeared and was filled with a captivating, shimmering black coffee. Oh, is the aroma a little too much? No, I was just surprised. I didn't know you can use your powers on something like making coffee. With my surprise, I failed to watch any of the steps, like how to use a siphon. I've said it a dozen times, but I am a Demon King who can cheat at anything. That said, there's a lot to be particular about when it comes to making coffee. I did have to practice to get it all down. Wow, so there are even things that even you have to practice, huh? Well, I guess. I can cut corners in a matter of speaking, but it doesn't exactly make me all-powerful. In the end, I can only do what I can do, and what I don't know, I just don't know. When it comes to coffee, all I did was learn from Sawan. I didn't know a thing about equipment or brewing methods or the like. And, well, I'm carefree about the things I do. I'm not the best person with details. I've obliterated expensive cups on more than one occasion, invoking the wrath of Sawan. Did you know that? Knowing Grandpa, he would have given you even a few lectures in a row and not think twice about it. In fact, was there really anyone, human or non-human, who could go toe-to-toe with a man who lived like him? Still, because of those experiences that I'm able to pour a cup for you now. It was worth the yelling I had to endure. I'm glad then. You know, anyone can brew a cup of coffee for themselves, but it tastes better when someone brews it for you. I'm glad to be able to share that experience with you. Oh. That's right, now listen carefully, Kotone. Anyone can brew a cup of coffee for themselves, but it tastes better when someone brews it for you. Grandpa used to say the same thing. I taste the coffee Miser poured for me. I took a bigger sip. There was a gentle, bitter flavor that spread as I tasted the coffee, and after its warmth embraced me, I finished my cup. Yeah, I think I get it. The coffee you made me is really good. I see. I'm glad it suits your tastes. Slowly continue to drink the coffee that was poured for me. I look over at Miser, who continued to use his magic as he began to clean up. Hey, ever since we met for the first time, you've been so nice to me. Why is that? Wait, did I meet you at some point in the past, Miser? It was such a short meeting after all. It isn't surprising that you don't remember. It's because we met before when I was little, isn't it? I suppose so. I don't really understand it myself, but yeah, I guess that's it. Maybe it's something like a parental love. If you're ever worried, I want to help you. If you're sad, I want to make you smile. If you're in danger, I will protect you. Yeah, that's what I've always felt since then. It's unfortunate I don't remember. I'm certain I would have spent a lot of time with you if you'd been around. Haha, that's fine. Even this right now is enough for me. But I guess that's true. I just realized that I haven't given you a proper greeting since this is a reunion. Should we try again right here? With that, Miser exits the counter, narrowing down the gap between us and speaks. This is the realm of fantasy, where old bonds and new encounters mix together. It's a pleasure to meet you, my lady. I'm so very enchanted that I was able to do so. That was Enchante, the namesake of the cafe. A word expressing the joy of meeting someone. Enchante, origin. The origin word of the name Enchante is in French it roughly means hello, pleased to meet you. Or I am enchanted to meet you. I could feel the way he did in my heart. My response was simple but true. Yes, me too. Oh. How sweet. We got to know a little bit much of everyone. Finally finished chapter 2. That was a little bit longer than the last one. Definitely gonna take a break now. Alright, so yeah, need to catch my breath. Get some water in me. But yeah, it's nice. We got to learn about like each of the boys. I'm guessing as things progress, we'll get more choices. And we'll be able to get a little bit more choosy between which one we want to know better. But yeah, we'll see. We'll find out. Anyway, I hope you guys had a relaxing time, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.